Hi moms, today we have a quick and fiery little Pilates class. We're going to be using our booty bands, working through the glutes and the core. It's one of my favorite exercise programs to do, especially in motherhood, because our posture changes so much after pregnancy and then carrying kids. This is a great way to build strength, coordination, and a little bit of stability. If you don't have a band, totally fine. You can do the whole class without it. This is just going to help to add a little bit of extra resistance, which is going to, of course, make the class a little bit tougher. So at any time, if the band feels too much, drop it off and just do it with body weight. So let's get on our mats. Let's get started. Let's get started by placing our band around our mid-thigh level. So you can loop it up over your legs and place it almost mid-thigh. Mine's a little bit closer to the knee, so just in a comfortable position. We'll slowly come down to lying on our backs, hold the back of the thighs, rolling down, stepping the feet onto the mat, and for a moment, just letting the hands rest on the body. You can keep the knees parallel and just take a few moments to check in with how the body feels today. Starting our classes with connection and breath work so that we can move through our movements with a little bit more mindfulness and a little bit more control, which is one of our key foundational principles of Pilates, is to do everything with control, concentration. It helps us to really target the muscles that we want to focus on. Inhale, you'll feel the rise of the belly into the hands. And as you exhale, start to find a gentle contraction of the core underneath the hands. So imagine you're almost drawing the rib cage towards each other. You're feeling a gentle contraction under the hands, feeling that core start to wake up, and on the inhale, you slowly release. Exhale, contract. Inhale. Exhale to contract. Now I want you to feel, if you're contracting underneath the rib cage, can you try to focus on those lower abdominals too? It's almost as if you're knitting or drawing the core towards the center of the body. Inhale, release. And exhale to contract. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Step those heels a little bit closer towards the body. Have the hands along the side. Take an inhale. As you exhale, push the hips up, squeeze the glutes. And we're not pulling out on the band as yet. You're just finding a little bit more of a parallel movement in the hips and the legs. And exhale, lowering down. So what the band is doing is just kind of holding the legs in place. They're lifting up. And you have a little bit of resistance holding the legs in place, but we're not pushing out as yet. And lift, lift, and lower. Lift, regular bridge, and lower. Let's go for another 8. And down. 7, squeezing the glutes at the top and down. 6, and lower. 5, and lower. 4, 3, 2. Your last one, hold it up there, little pulses. So you're dropping down just a bit, pulsing at the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it out at the top. Now we'll do little pull-outs into the band. So you pull out and in. You keep the hips high. Pull out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Let's go for 5 more. 5 and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the knees parallel. Hold it there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly curl all the way down and then hug the knees into the chest. Find a little rock from side to side. Rolling over onto your left side, and you can use the hand just to support underneath the head for a moment. All right, let's actually bring the body up a little bit like this. Now we're going to place our knees at a 45-degree angle, which means your knees are going to be slightly ahead of your hips and your legs are going to be stacked. All right. Now what I want you to focus on here is as I lie down like this, my lower body is, my side of my body and my rib cage is dropping down into the floor. I want you to create almost like a little tunnel there so that our hips can be stacked. So you're going to lie your head down and create a little gap, and what that's going to do is stack the hips. All right, so this is where I'm relaxing the side of the body into the mat. Now I've created a little bit of a gap and my hips are stacked. All right, now you can create a little bit of a pillow or support for the head. Your hip bones are going to be facing forward and we're going to keep the toes together, open up into a clamshell and then lower down. All right, we're not opening up the hips all the way. I want you to keep the hips forward so we can target through that outer hip. So we're lifting up and down, opening up and down. Good, open and closed. 4, keep that little house underneath here. 4 and down. 3 and lower. 2, your last one, hold it up, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down, prop yourself onto your bottom elbow. Keep the knees in the same position. Top hand can be on the hip. We'll first lift up into a kneeling plank. So you're going to lift it up and lower. 2 and down. 3 and lower. 4. We're going to do 4 more, and I'm going to add on a challenge. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Now, if you're feeling good here, do another 8 of those. That is already working the body a lot. If you want more of a challenge, you're going to lift up, open, lower, and down. Lifting up, opening that leg, down, and down. Good. 6 more. Lift and lower. 5 and lower. 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Good. Drop it down, swing the legs over to the other side, and let's do that whole thing on this side. So you're going to come to lie down. Once again, if you find that ribcage, drop it down into the floor. Can you create a little bit of a gap? So if you have your hand on your hip already, by creating a little bit of a gap in the side of the body here, you're going to feel that the hips, this top hip is not hiking up. You've got it stacked a little bit down. So now we've got a nice alignment and position in the body, little gap underneath the side here. Knees are a bit ahead. We open up that top leg and lower. 2 and lower. 3, 4. Good. Keep the hips facing forward. 4 more. 3, 2. Hold it up on the last one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Prop yourself onto your bottom elbow. Keep those knees at a 45-degree angle. Top hand can be on the hip. We're lifting up and lower. Good. 2. And what we're doing here is working the side body, but that bottom hip is working too. Really push through the bottom arm so that you get almost a bit of an arch into the body, and that's going to help to get those obliques working too. 4 more. Lift and lower. 3, 2, and 1. Great. You're sticking with that one, or you're adding on the clamshell or lifting up of that top hip, or top knee rather, and lower down. Lift, open, and down. Good. 3, and lower. 4. 4 more. Open and down. 3, 2, and 1. Great. Lower the hips all the way down. Bring yourself up. Let's make our way onto our hands and our knees. Okay, in our hands and knees position, let's just move through cat and cow here. It just feels good in the body. Inhale, arch into the back. Exhale to round. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale to round. Last one. Inhale. And exhale to round. Good. All right. Let's keep this left hand down. Your right elbow is going to drop onto the floor. Now your right knee is going to stay down. Your left leg is going to lift up. And you can point or flex the foot. Either way, I want you to keep that foot nice and active. It's almost as if you're trying to reach the toes or the heels up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop it down. Kick it up. Nice, slow and controlled. And lower it down. Good. Let's go for 3. And lower. Do you see how slow and controlled the movement is? Not using too much of our momentum. And slowly controlling it down. Lifting up for 4. And down. 3. And lower. 2. Hold it up on the last one. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it up here. Now we're going to reach that left knee towards that left elbow. Take it back up. Good. Squeeze it in and bringing it back up. Good. 3 and up. 4 and up. 4 more. Let's do it. 4 and lift. 3. Woo, feel those glutes. 2 and up. And 1. Yeah, last time kicking it up. And then placing those knees or that knee down. Send the hips back into a bit of a child stretch. And let's just take 3 breaths here. Bring it up. I'm going to swap sides, but you can stay on that side. I just want to be able to watch you guys. So let's bring that left elbow down. Right hand stays underneath the shoulder. This right leg kicks up. Nice active feet. And lower down. We're going to finish the set and then we're going to stretch it out. Lifting up and lower. Good. 3 and lower. 4 and down. 4 more. Lift and lower. 3, 2. Hold it up on your last one there. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there. Now you're drawing that right knee towards that right elbow, squeezing the side, and then kicking all the way back up. Good. Squeezing in for 2. And back up. Nice. For 3. And up. For 4. And up. Good. 4 more. Squeezing in. And up. 3. Last 2. Good. Last one. Make it a goodie. And then dropping that knee all the way down. Send the hips back. Take a moment in your child stretch. Whew. And then swinging the legs around, coming into seated. Just loop this lovely band off your legs. Good. Take the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Have your hands propped up back behind you. And then move your hips through windshield wipers. Oh, always feels a little bit stiff after all the banded booty work. So you're creating a little bit of mobility here in the hips And I always finish off my sessions with just a little bit of stretching. I find it really helps, especially if you're new to Pilates work or if you're new to using the resistance band, can create a bit of stiffness in the body. So just creating a bit of movement after the work can really help to ease that, especially the next day. Let's drop both knees over to the left. So you're setting up in a zigzag shape. Take your hands ahead of that left shin and stretch it forward, and you should kind of feel the glutes working there. Stretching it out. So walk the hands all the way back up, swap it over, both knees over to the right side, zigzag shape in the leg, and walking the hands forward. Let's bring it all the way back up. Sitting cross-legged, one shin in the front. Take a nice inhale, reaching the arms up, and then fingertips come out in front of you, walking the palms forward, relaxing the head and neck. And then walking the hands all the way back up, swapping the legs, other shin in the front, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fingertips down, walking the body forward. And then walking the hands all the way back up. Let's do one more. Breath for good luck. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, releasing the hands. Well done. I hope the body's feeling a little bit stronger. You can come back and do this class as many times as you want. And thanks so much for joining me.